right, it's Friday. So we're still, I haven't done anything to the bike since the flat last night from on my way home. So, I was supposed to patch my tire or do something. I was getting flats. I had to air up my tire, I don't know, 3 times on my way home. I had found a small piece of wire in the tire, but I don't think that might have been part of it. But then once I looked at my tire a little bit closer last night, I found a roofing staple. So the type of staple that they use to like put on the rolls of roofing material. So it's not like the really big ones, but it's kind of just like a robust office staple. And that was pretty deep in the tire. It had been bent flat and then went lengthwise, so it was like that long. So I pulled it out with my Leatherman, and then I think probably about 3 or 4 PSI remained in my tire. Enough air in the tire where I didn't have to. When your tire goes flat, you have to get it centered on the rim. So it was still centered on the rim. So I just assumed this morning that I'd be able to recover. So I just aired up the tire right now to 23 PSI. And we jumped on the bike and here we are. So we'll see what happens. So I have another tube in my pack. Got patch kits. It's about probably 7:20. So I've got, an hour and 40 minutes to make it to work. I would like to get there earlier because it's Friday and I kind of want to leave early. Looks like we got some rain, which is really interesting. So I'm no longer going to really worry about being repetitive on the channel. It's like an unnecessary concern. I do want to start, like Jess had made the suggestion, to do more of the mornings, keep it as like current as possible, and then do more of the morning and the afternoon combination, and then work some night videos into the weekend, which is what I used to do. So if I get behind on the videos, then I'm just gonna have to like skip days. I'm just gonna go the way that feels like right at the time. We might end up doing the same routes every day. I really don't know. It always changes though. No matter what, it's always changing. It's not like I don't know. I've seen some channels where it looks like the same thing every time. But I don't feel like this channel's like that because it looks new to me every day. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm old and I forget everything. All right. I'm not going to put my bike in this place because it got wet. So we're going to break the bike down so nobody takes it. Or if they do take it, they're going to have an interesting time trying to get out of here. Running down the street with this thing. So I think we're losing air. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we're losing air, so we're gonna have to fix the bike. We're gonna have to fix the bike, y'all. Damn it. Alright. Not too sure where to do this at. There's this business right here. They're probably gonna... I'm just gonna go into this parking lot over here because this business right here will probably kick me out. So, at least we have some time. Alright, let's flip this bastard over. I'm not going to put you guys through the torture of me fixing my bike, so I don't think it's going to rain. If it rains, at least we're a few feet from the covering right here. We'll just have to go underneath anyway, you know what I mean? Oh shit. Oh, that was the worst side for it to fall onto. Oh well. That's what happens when the air starts coming out of the tire. Oh, damn it. It's alright. I had to tip it over anyway. Man, what a mess. The end's all dirty. Alright, though, we got a monster. We got all our tools. I've got my nice sweater on, so we're gonna get my nice sweater all dirty. Ugh. So it would have been easier to take the Mack Fox at this point, but I felt pretty confident that this thing was not gonna. I thought the air was gonna stay in it. So let's take a look here. Jacked up my... This bike is a mess, dude. I shouldn't even show it on camera, but this is the way it goes, y'all. I'm a busy man. Turn off the bike. All right. All right, let me turn the camera off. So we got a full-on mess right here. So we're gonna need to fix this and get a bag for that tube. Another one down here. So this is why I carry a heavy backpack. I need all this stuff. So this is a patched tube. Put a tiny bit of air in it so it's easier to work with. I've dropped this pump so many times. So many times. It's that shell on it's like broken in half. All right. All right, we got a mess here. A mess. All right, so the bike fell over. I don't have my this thing. All right, let's see what happens, y'all. Let me clean up and we'll take off. Oh, we're still filming. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. I didn't realize we're still filming. All right. Just turn the podcast off. We need to get a bag for this tube. I'm not going to throw it away. It's just a freaking mess, though. So I'll go talk to my seat's all dirty now. I'll talk to my homeboys and see if they'll give me a bag. I'm sure they will. My hands are a mess. I gotta put some, how am I gonna make it over this? Can we make it over a curb with one hand? You guys wanna see a wreck early in the morning? Yeah, I think we can make it over this thing. Ugh. Curb number 2. All right, 15 minutes later. So we only had a very small bag, but I still have the valve stem removed from this, so we should be able to. So we'll get this cleaned up at work, and then see if it's even. Obviously, I could buy more tubes, but definitely not going to put this in my backpack. Gonna hit the throttle on it, and we're gonna take off. Some minor distraction on the ride. My hands are destroyed. I've got slime all over my pants. All right, we'll test. This is good. We're testing the integrity of the patch kit now in my job, I guess. See how well I did. All right, let's go, y'all. Oh, all right. Oop. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get some. I just don't know how much longer this bike's gonna last. Like when I spin the back tire, all I hear is just like a wretched, like grinding noise. But that's just how we roll. So we're just gonna go up Chapman and Main, I guess. Get rid of this can right now. Straighten up the, gotta straighten up the camera. So I don't think that this tire has slime in it, but so our flat defense system right now is going to be, we get another flat, because this is a relatively new tire, but it's already. I thought the last tire I got was not a very good tire. I can't remember what brand it was, but this one actually wore out even faster. So I don't think it's the tires. I think it's just I guess just how many miles we ride all the time. I think that's the situation. So let's go cut up to Palmyra and see if they put any Halloween decorations up yet. So I'm shifting fine, so I don't have the derailleur guard on there. Just because I have like so many issues with the axle on this bike, like I don't want to compromise the engagement any more than I have to. I can't really. With the leaf blower, of course. Yeah, it's shifting fine. So it fell over. When it fell over, as the air, of course, as I should know, you know, as the air was leaking out of the back tire, you know, the bike slowly starts tilting over and falls over, which I should know, but I wasn't paying any attention. Oh, I just realized they were doing road construction. I know they were doing it on, what was the name of that street? Culver, but I can smell like the tar right now, the asphalt, I guess I should say. This is Palmyra. So they're not working on Palmyra, it's just Culver. So it's Halloween time, man, it's Halloween time. Yeah, all the holidays always start so much earlier. Like way earlier, it seems like, than when I was young, and that was obviously because, you know, how much decorations everybody sells for all these different holidays. So, you know, Christmas always starts really soon. Easter, Thanksgiving kind of gets forgotten. But I'm pleasantly surprised, or not pleasantly surprised, I'm pleasantly delighted that Halloween also starts early. So, you know, you start seeing Halloween stuff in September. That means you get 2 months of Halloween, which is pretty awesome. Some of these decorations these people have are pretty elaborate, so I wouldn't be surprised to see at least somebody having started, but it's hard to tell. I see some pumpkins up at this house, but we can capture the evolution of Halloween on Palmyra Street. So this house has already gotten started here. So they have all their skeletons out. All their skeletons are out of their closet. Oh, look at that one's in the fountain. I mean, we already saw that one last week. It wasn't on Palmyra, but it was. So we have one house. This is Palmyra and Grand. I didn't realize the street was also called Grand. So this must be, you know how I go on that street, Old Grand? That's an extension of Old Grand. So Old Grand obviously runs parallel to LaSalle, which is Grand. So we have one person so far that's actually put up decorations. We do have lots of pumpkins though. The pumpkins are in full effect. This is not going to be an easy traverse here. They didn't let me go. Very nice, thank you. I should have waved, but... Whoa, squirrel. Well, we won't be getting to work early, but we won't be getting to work late. So I had made a mistake when I said it was 7:20 earlier. It was actually already 7:35. So right now let's see what time it is. It probably took me like 10 or 15 minutes to, it's 8:10 to replace the tube. Probably took me longer to take everything out of my backpack and put it away than to do the actual work. So we're usually on this street. Just simply changing to the sidewalk makes it feel like it's a street we've never been down before. I really like that. Coming up to Parker, and we'll get to Batavia, which will be a mess. Wow, look at this house. Needs a new roof, but my God, this is beautiful. We'll take a look. Oh man, that's a beauty. What a beauty. Got a big hole in the roof though. I would love to live in an old house like this. Look at that front porch. Man, it's so nice. I'd throw a tarp over the roof, man, you'd be good to go. Batavia is chill. Morning. Feels awesome. Feels awesome out after the rain. Maintenance guys out here. Leaf blower, of course. The maintenance guys. You know, old trees just grow stronger, and old rivers, they get wilder every day. Making the looper. we try to get this light? Why is this car? This car's waiting for me. Let's try to get this light. Is there an alley back here? A little one. Almost our turn. So we'll have to check power delivery on this bike soon. Seems good today. Old trees just grow stronger. And old rivers, they go wilder every day. Oh, it's gonna be our turn. Woman just threw this trash onto the ground. A lottery ticket. She threw a lottery ticket down onto the ground, like a massive, like $5 or $10 one. More leaf blowers. Maybe we'll see BBL over here. Kind of a cool style. He had water boots on. Reminds me of the old B-boy days. Sidewalk mode. For all my haters. So we probably have about another 7 to 8 miles to test the integrity of OC Commuter's patch job. The first one I've ever done. It's pretty intuitive though. I think as long as you get that surface clean and roughed up really good. An ample amount of glue, not too much, not too little. front tire is the original tire on this bike. So it has 6,300 miles on this one tire, and I think we're on the third or fourth back tire. No, not third or fourth. We're on the second or third back tire. Well, it'll be the third back tire. So we had the original one, and we replaced it, and we replaced it again. I'm getting about 2,000 miles per tire in the back, in the rear. In the rear, hey, that's that guy from the other night. So he was the guy that had the cup of ice that was shaking the cold water onto his face out of his cup of ice. I remember when I first started riding, like all these little sections that I'm riding on right here, like I can remember all the details. I've had, like, everything was so new to me. Like I was just like, every little detail of the ride, all the little changes in the sidewalks and streets and the different storefronts, old storefronts, trees. I used to really trip out on the details of them, and then somewhere along the line, things just slowly kind of developed into this routine. Once I started like really riding in the street completely, and trying to get to work fast, and I lost that. I would still return back to it occasionally and have rides where I would slow down and really do a little, exploring, really just immersing myself in my environment. But I did kind of lose track of that. So I feel like having to ride the Mack Fox like for a week or however long I rode it kind of slowed everything down. And now I find myself just like really absorbing the ride. I think that's really important for me. So if that means we have to ride on the sidewalk to do that, that's just fine. I mean, that's the advantage of being on the e-bike. You're not as constrained to time like you would be on a bicycle. So the e-bike perspective is unique. If you just choose just to go in the street and be part of traffic, I mean, you're losing that experience. So there's the perspective of walking, which you really like. You can drive down a street for 3 years and then you walk down a street. It's a completely different experience, obviously. I don't just mean like how you're moving, I mean like what you're seeing, like what you're observing. And then you've got the bicycle perspective, which is good, but usually, on a bike ride, you're going to be really focused on the task at hand, where you're physically challenging yourself to try to get somewhere in a specific amount of time. And so you don't have that luxury of kind of taking your time. So like on an e-bike, you can go, and then you're also limited in terrain, depending on what kind of bike you have. You can't really go off-road on some bikes. With the e-bikes, you get like the best of everything. You can pedal if you want to pedal. You can go off-road. You can run into parking meters. She seemed a little concerned, so I don't want to scare her. You can go into parking lots, and then if you lose too much time, you just jump in the street and take off. So to limit myself just to riding in the street is just I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, same old, my friends. I'll be out here. I'll be out here doing this. Oh my God, what did I run over? It sounded bad. That did not sound good. Can we max out? Can we get 2 flats? Can we get 2 flats, please? Spider Muay Thai. Lots of glass right here. These tires are officially vulnerable to glass. So you know how I always say humans? That's like something I've said for years, like, I am human, obviously, but I'm always like kind of making fun of humans, and myself included. But so I got that saying, I started saying that probably, I don't know, like 20 years ago, because a friend of mine, Greg Elizondo, who passed away. Well, he didn't pass away. He was killed in an auto accident a few years ago. But him and I went to Disneyland one time when I used to live in the Central Valley, and like he was saying that throughout the whole trip, because you know we lived in a smaller town, like 50,000 people, and then we come into Orange County, go to Disneyland, and there's so many humans everywhere. So like the whole trip, you know, he was referring to all the different types of humans, and so I took his. That's what he used to say. So when I say that, it's kind of like a nod to Greg. But I watched this UFO channel called Seco Activo. Called Seco Activo, spelled with a PS, like Seco. And out of Tijuana, the UFO channel, really good. This guy named Pavel, or Pavel, and he says it, man, he says it. So I've been saying it, so it's gonna look like I'm copying Pavel, but I'm not, I'm copying Greg. I was like, we've lost power. I'm in pedal assist 4, that's why. Flat Tire City right there. Got no flow. Got no flow, OC commuter. Gotta get that flow, bro. Should probably go into the street, but I'm not going to. Looking good, buddy. Looking good. Looking good, bro. They just dressed up his mannequin and he's checking out his handiwork. Probably looks forward to that every day. It's like, all right, we gotta pick an outfit out for the mannequin. This old guy is gonna get smoked. He's just not caring right now. Well, that's good. By the time he gets halfway across this one, it'll be his turn anyway, so. That old trees just grow stronger. And old rivers, they go wilder every day. Tripped out little area right here. Getting in the zone, my friends. It's a good place to be. One of the many benefits of the e-bike life. Hey, órale. In the zone. Dirty. All right, 8:44. Text real quick. Getting in the zone. Getting in the crash zone. I can't see you. Hopefully you can see me. So I have a meeting at 9. I don't think I don't know if I'll make it on time. Oh, you know what? I'll cancel it. Because that dude's not, he's working late, so can't meet anyway. Landscapers. So these are verbena, so I don't think, oh, these might not be up here though. Yeah, these are all verbena, so I don't have to worry about, oh wait, no. He's doing some other type of bush too. A lot of these different types of shrubs have big old massive spikes. Anyway, I don't know when my camera shut off, but we only have 6% left, so thanks for